told you to ask the person's name before you open the door first.
Nobody knows I'm in this hole.
Yeah, well, nobody's gonna find Eddie to come on.
Where?
We're getting out of here. That's what you want, isn't it?
I want some money.
What good would money do you? I got something better than that. I got a new pad for you.
I told you, all I want is money.
What good is money?
It'll get me out of this town, all right?
Oh, gee, what are you gonna sprout wings and fly out or something?
I'll take a bus.
Well, that would be very wise with your buddy Augie down there casing the joint.
Train, then.
A train? Come on, he's down there, too. He's just waiting for you to make a stupid move like that, kid.
I'll find some way out of here.
Oh, I got a good idea. Why don't you hitchhike? That's always a good one, huh? First car that pulls up, jump inside the car. Maybe it'll be a pimp. Another kind of guy who likes killing little girls.
Well, somebody did it.
Sure, somebody did, but it wasn't me, and it wasn't Scotty.
Oh, I've listened to your denials too many times before to believe you.
Are you talking about Diana Taylor? Because the denials were true. You, of all people, should know that.
Don't remind me of that horrible time.
I'm not. You're doing the exact same thing you did before. You accused me last time, and you're accusing me again.
I'm accusing Scotty and you. You are both in this together.
Where on earth did you get that?
Never mind.
You tell me.
What does it matter where I got it?
It matters. You talked to Robert Scorpio today. Is he the one? Does he think Scotty's involved?
What's it say?
Can you read this?
Well, I glanced at it. I didn't really notice anything of much significance.
Bloody lawyers, they must be paid by the word. There's so many first persons to the second persons, a guy can get so damn confusing. But what do you know?
Something I missed?
Bottom line here. Alice Grant gets everything.
Well, what's so unusual about that? I understood them to be very, very close.
Yeah, close or not. Still a guilt-edged motive for murder.
You can't be suggesting that Alice Grant would...
First rule of thumb of any murder investigation, you check out any and all possibilities, no matter how impossible they may seem.
Well, this certainly is that. I mean, I've seen Susan and Mrs. Grant together on numerous occasions. There was never any ill feeling between them. Quite to the contrary, they seemed to trust each other implicitly.
Look, I'm not denying that. I'm simply pointing out that during a murder investigation, one checks out all suspects that could have gained from the murder.
Well, have you talked to her?
Alice? Oh, yeah.
Well, like this, she seemed like a murderous type to you?
What's the type?
Well, you know.
No, I don't.
Well, I'm afraid you just can't go out and arrest her.
Look, pardon me, Mr. Carlson, but is that what I said I was going to do?
Well, I assume...
Yeah, well, perhaps a little too much. Look, all I said was that I intend to take the investigation further.
Implying that it's none of my business.
Perhaps not yours, but certainly your bank's. They're involved. Look, I have a few more questions. When was the will drawn up?
Well, the date should be right there on the cover.
Oh, yes. December 29, 1982. How interesting. 12 days after the wedding.
The Baldwin? You're sure?
Yeah. It's right here.
Now, there's no mention of the husband?
Nary a one. Now, I find that interesting, don't you? I mean, she gets married, she makes out a will. Not one mention of poor old hubby.
I wonder who else knows that.
Good question. Tell me, how does this affect Jason's trust?
Well, I remember checking. It doesn't even refer to it, or I might add to it designated guardian for the child.
Meaning?
The bank will remain trustee of the funds until a court appoints a legal guardian. Unless, of course, there's a custody clause in the Quartermain versus Moore settlement, of which I'm not aware of.
Excuse me. Yeah. All right, yes, send him right in. Well, thank you, Mr. Carlson. You've been most helpful to me. Before you go, could you please leave your next destination with the desk sergeant? I may need to call you.
Of course.
Regarding the inheritance, I'll deal with that personally.
Yes. Sorry.
Mr. Carlson's just leaving, Rich.
If I can be of any further help, please let me know.
I shall. Thank you for coming down.
I can't say it's a pleasure, Robert.
No. Murder's a messy business.
How can I help?
Tell me all you know about Alice Grant.
Oh, anything I ever did was for your own good.
I loathe that phrase.
You're ungrateful. And you're selfish. And oh, you never miss a chance to turn that knife, do you?
Well, it must run in the family, Mother.
Oh, get out of here.
Not till you listen to me.
What? To more lies?
You were always so willing to listen to Susan whenever she lied about me. Why is that? Why do you believe everyone else but me?
Susan never lied to me.
Oh, come on, Mother. There you are, still defending her even after she's dead. She could do no wrong in your eyes, could she? Poor, innocent, darling Susan. Even when she got herself pregnant, or drunk, or wrecked her car up, none of that made any difference to you. You still stood by her.
She needed me.
What about me? Where are you when I need you?
Me? You have never needed me, but you have used me.
Well, maybe it was the only way I could get your attention. You're always so busy taking care of Susan. Well, now that she's dead, maybe you'll have time for me.
Just get out of here.
You know, Mother, you're not getting any younger. There'll be a day when you'll be too old to push vacuums around other people's homes. Maybe then you'll need me.
Alice asked me to go with her to examine Susan the night that she was killed.
What time was that?
I was right in the middle of dinner, but at an exact time, I can't remember.
Go on.
When we got there, Susan was agitated, very nervous.
We?
Alice and I went together.
Uh-huh. Well, did she stay with you all the time?
Yeah, but that was a very short time. I hardly had time to take her blood pressure.
And?
And it was high. Not alarmingly so, but it was higher than normal.
Did you, have any conversation?
Yeah, it was a very, very short conversation. I told her she should relax, try not to let things bother her, not to worry. And Susan said that she was feeling fine.
Then what?
I got a call from the hospital. I had to leave immediately.
Alice go with you?
No, Alice wanted to stay and look after Susan. I saw Alice later at Kelly's.
About what time was that?
I'd say about 9:50, but to be exact, Leslie would have a better idea because she was waiting at Kelly's for me. Would you like me to call her?
No. It's not that important. Well, yeah.
Roberts, why all of this attention directed at Alice?
Well, mainly background, just for the moment. She's worked for you for some time, hasn't she?
Yes, Alice is like one of the family, much more so than just being an employee.
What kind of a person is she?
Alice is the very finest.
What about Heather?
Well, there are times it's hard to believe that Heather and Alice are... That was very unfair of me to say. Heather is a complicated woman. As you know, she was accused of murdering Diana Taylor once.
Yeah, Luke and I were involved in the Ice Princess cape at the time.
Are you aware of who pleaded guilty to that crime?
Alice Grant.
Yes, but Alice was cleared of those charges.
Yeah, I'm a little fuzzy as to what the grounds were.
Accidental homicide, I believe. Heather and Diana both had guns, and Alice was there trying to stop them from hurting each other. And unfortunately, in the scuffle, the gun went off. Diana was killed.
Excuse me.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, thank you. Well, we know one thing.
What's that?
That was the coroner. Susan was killed at close range. Bullet in the heart, death almost instantaneous.
How could something like this happen, Robert?
Why is a better question. Tell me something. Why was Susan's blood pressure up that night?
Well, I can't tell you. I could give you an educated guess, but that's all.
The floor's yours.
According to Alice, Susan and Scotty were having trouble.
Believe that?
I'd say it's very, very likely, yes. I don't think there was ever love involved in that relationship.
Tell me about Scotty.
That would definitely not be very objective. I am not a fan of Scotty in any way, shape, or form.
You're at the end of a long line.
All right, I used to care a great deal for Scotty, but that was some time ago, no longer.
When was that?
It goes back several years, actually, before he married Laura. Scotty has changed drastically in those years.
You think Scotty cared for Susan?
I don't think Scotty Baldwin is capable of caring for anyone right now, except himself. He's very greedy, he's selfish, totally untrustworthy, and very, very devious.
Yeah, well, that's a character trait, unfortunately, not a crime.
Murder, however, is a crime, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, if you're through,
Yes, thanks very much, Rick.
I hope you get whoever did it.
Oh, I intend to.
Good. You need anything more, please. Don't
I
hesitate.
may have a few questions later on. If so, I will call you.
Robert, I've got to say something else off the record, but I think it's very important. I won't leave here until I say it. Alice Grant is the finest of people. I don't see how she could be responsible for this in any way. I'm sure she was devastated by the death. Thank you.
Thanks, Rick. Well, what have you got for me?
A match on the prints with a watch pin that they found in Susan Baldwin's living room.
Well, that was quick.
Well, we didn't even have to hunt, as it turns out.
What do you mean?
Well, we had it on our files here. Alice Grant.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Show me that. What about the lipstick?
I'm still working on that. It's going to be tough, though. I mean, that filigree stuff just doesn't hold prints.
Yeah, well, see what you can do. And listen, when you find something out, you are going to tell me about it, aren't you?
Right, Chief.
You were gonna help me.
Well, give a guy a chance.
No food, no money. Why'd you come back anyway?
I just came back to see if you're hanging tough.
Yeah, well, you don't even like me.
Well, I'm beginning to get used to you, at least. Besides, I'm a member of the ASCPA. You know what that is?
I don't know, something to do with animals?
Well, I'm a sucker for stray cat and people. I'm not quite sure what category you fall into right
Yeah,
now.
well, you want to see my claws?
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Hey, you get pretty hard to take, little girl. You know that?
Yeah, well, no one's asking you to.
Look at you. You're a mess. I gotta get you cleaned up. I can't take you anywhere like that.
Yeah, well, you ain't no Greek god.
You know how many classes I missed for you, little girl?
Bragging or complaining?
I can't talk to you. I can't. I gotta go. I can't take this. Let's go.
Where?
Where? It's a good question. Where?
Are you freaking on me?
Well, I'm not freaking on you. I'm just trying to figure where I can take you. Now, I gotta get you cleaned up, and I gotta get you something nice to wear.
Oh, yeah, just like that.
Just like that. I could take you to Salvation Army, but they moved out because of the mall. Maybe I'll get your clothes washed out the laundry. Well, geez, that would leave you left here with no clothes in your bathing suit.
No way, man.
All right, I'm coming up with another idea. I got it. I can take you home. I can take you home with me.
Home?
Yeah, that's where I live. I can take you home. You can try some of Amy's clothes. That'll probably work.
Who's Amy?
Just don't worry about Amy. Just come on.
I can't go home with you.
Why not? What's the matter? Nobody's gonna be there. Don't worry about it. They're all at work or at school or something. Come on. What's the matter? Come on. Let's go.
Well, I guess there's no point in me staying here, considering I can't talk any sense into you anyway, and you obviously don't enjoy my company.
No, I don't want you here.
Obviously. So I'll be going. I won't be coming back around to bother you. But while you're here wallowing in your grief for Susan, you might think about something. I'm the only relative you have left in this world.
And sometimes I am ashamed to even admit that you're my daughter.
Face it, Mother. You may need me to take care of you.
Susan is dead. And all we can do is say terrible things to each other.
You started it.
Well, all right. Let's just put ourselves aside just this once. And let's Think about if there isn't something that we can do for her.
There's very little anyone can do for Susan, Mother.
We can at least see that she gets the proper burial.
Well, don't expect me to put up the money for the plot.
Stop it, Heather. Just stop it. Because we are going to see that she gets a decent funeral.
It's always Susan, isn't it, Mother? Every time, even when your own daughter is standing in front of you, all you can think about is Susan and doing well by her.
Oh, Heather! Heather!
Well, I hope it's one of your neighbors coming over to hold your hand, because I'm not going to do it.
Hello, Heather.
Hello, Robert.
Going out?
Well, actually, I was, but if you'd like
I'm
to
here
talk
to see
me...
your mother, actually.
Mother, Robert Scorpio's here. Come on in. Can I take your coat?
No, I won't be staying long. How are you, Alice?
She's not doing very well, as you can see.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I have some news which may brighten you a little.
You found out who did it?
Oh, not yet. But we will.
Well, I hope it's soon. I hate to think of a murderer running around loose out there, someone that would do something as awful as this.
May I sit down?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I was a little upset I forgot.
Yes, well, in this envelope I have here, maybe something to ease the pain for you.
The envelope?
Susan's will.
She had a will?
And I thought you would have known about that.
Why, no.
It's not important.
Would you care to read it?
No, Susan's dead. That's all that matters.
Well, I'll read it for you, Mother. Do you mind?
Be my guest. In essence, Alice, Susan left you everything.
What?
It's all there in black and white.
Well, there must be some mention of me somewhere.
Your mother is the sole heir.
There must be a mistake. I mean, what about her husband?
Didn't even rate a mention.
I don't believe this.
You get everything, Alice.
You get rewarded, and Scotty and I get the shaft after everything we did for her?
Like forging her signature.
Oh, no, Susan set that up.
Oh, don't you dare say that.
Oh, I think she planned the whole thing.
Don't listen to her.
She'd do anything to make Scotty look bad.
And you would do anything to protect him, and that's the truth.
What's your truth, Alice?
Scotty tricked Susan.
How?
He made her believe that he really cared for
Did you-
her when all the time Heather and he...
Did you care for Susan?
I loved her.
She must have loved you. I mean, to leave you everything she owned.
I don't care about that.
She told you a lot, I bet.
We were very close, yes.
Probably confided in you a lot, too.
All the time.
I guess you'd be privy to some rather private information then.
I don't understand.
I don't either.
I've got two more questions. Did you know about the will?
Yes, she mentioned it.
What she was putting in it?
No, she talked about...
Giving you everything?
No, making the will. I didn't even know that she'd done it.
You recognize this?
What is it?
Take a good look.
What's going on?
I'll repeat the question. Have you ever seen this watch pin before?
No.
Take it easy on her. She's upset enough.
I'm sorry about that. She's going to have to come with me.
What?
I have some more questions for her. Now, can you get your mother's coat, please, Heather?
Here we go.
You live here?
Got the keys, didn't I? Pretty nice place, huh? Pretty cool.
Looks like a furniture store.
Yeah. Sit down, try the couch out.
Nah, I hate soft things.
How about that on our TV, huh? Big TV like that?
Color?
Yeah. You want to watch some game shows?
Nah, I hate them.
That's what I figured. Well, you want to look around, maybe check out the kitchen or something?
Oh, is that where I wash up?
No, you see, we have a sink and a dishwasher in the kitchen. You need Niagara Falls to wash up.
Look, if you're gonna smart mouth me, I'm leaving.
Relax. Just sit down. I'm gonna go get some food for you. I'll crank up the tunes. Sit down. Go ahead.
Nah, this place makes me nervous.
Oh, come on. You never been in a place this nice in your whole entire life. Admit it.
Yeah, well, how come a jerk like you hangs out here?
Well, because the doc and his wife took pity on me.
Yeah, trying to shape you up, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
How many people live in this place?
Well, we got the doctor, that's Rick, and Leslie, and little Mikey. He's my little buddy. He's kind of like my little brother type of thing, you know.
Anybody else?
Well, we got Amy. She's the resident big mouth around here. She's always yelling about something.
You only have 5 people living in a big house like this?
Yeah. Well, we got Alice. She comes about every day to clean the house.
What do you do with all the space?
We fill it. What else? Sometimes it even gets crowded in this place. Speaking of space, I think I'll go invade some of Amy's space right now. Excuse me just a second here. All right, this ought to do. Let's see here. I'm just seeing if it fits.
Yeah, well, they're not going to. I mean, that's going to be way too tight.
What's the best I could do? I had to take them from the back of her closet so she won't miss them.
Yeah, well, they'll look stupid.
Well, what do you want, designer jeans or something?
Oh, I can't walk around in those things. It ain't my style.
Well, these things are going to walk right off you pretty soon. Come on. Go upstairs, try these on, take a shower. You can use my shampoo. Make sure you wash all over.
I know how to wash.
Well, I just figured you might be a little out of practice.
Yeah, well, you know what you can do, don't you?
Hey, just take these upstairs, put them on, take a shower, clean up so I can be seen with you, all right? Go. It's right behind you.
Scotty?
Yeah,
Where are you? I've left 3 messages for you.
I had a meeting on the mall, and I just got out. I stopped by the Croydon here to call you. What's up?
I can't tell you over the phone. I've got to see you.
Where are you?
I'm at my mother's, but you can't come here.
Why can't you talk?
Look, I'll explain when I see you.
All right, when and where?
I don't know. We can't go to my place.
Yeah, well, we better not go to the office either.
I've got to see you, Scotty.
All right, why don't you come here? The old room.
You think it's safe?
Well, it's too cold for a park bench.
Look, don't kid around. This is serious.
All right.
I'll see you soon. I'll be right there.
Well, the reason that you're here, I guess you know, is because I have a few more questions for you.
Look, I love Susan. I told you that before. I would never want to see her dead.
So the fact that you've inherited all that money really means nothing to you.
Oh, you ask anyone. I never cared about the money. Even when she asked me to be the financial advisor, I wouldn't do it.
Why?
Because I didn't know or care anything about that money.
Then you have no idea why she left it all to you.
No idea in the world, I swear it. She should have left it to the baby, not me. I'm as confused about that will as you are.
I have to tell you, Alice, there is a lot more to this than just the will. We still have the matter of this.
I told you
I know
that...
what you told me. But the point is that your fingerprints were found on this. It means that you handled it. Now, why did you lie about it?
I was scared and I was frightened.
Come on, Alice, now calm down.
She gave it to me that night.
Why?
As a gesture for making up. I guess she wanted to show me that she was sorry.
So how did it finish up on the floor?
I don't know.
Alice!
I don't know. Maybe it fell off of my coat.
It stopped at exactly 9:10. Now, I assume that's when it hit the floor. That's approximately the time that Susan died.
She was alive when I left. They were fighting.
Susan and Scotty?
Yes. I ran out because I couldn't listen to them anymore. He told her that he wished that she had died. I heard him, and it was horrible.
Sure it was. So, you ran out.
Yes. If you'd have heard him the way I heard him, you would have known why I was frightened. And now just to think that if I had stayed there, or if I had even called somebody, Susan might still be alive.
Hey, come on. Come on, now. You can't blame yourself. Hey?
But I love that little girl. I really loved her.
I know you did.
You gonna arrest me now?
No. But I want a promise from you that you'll be available for more questioning and that you won't try to leave town.
Of course. I'm sorry I carried on like that.
Quite all right. Here.
Susan was like a daughter to me. She was as close as...
Heather?
Yes, even Heather.
Can I call you a cab?
No, I think I'd like to walk.
Are you sure you're going to be all right?
Yes, I really would like to walk. Thank you.
Okay, Riley. What do you got for me on that lipstick case?
Hi. Well, no prints, Commissioner. I got some info, though. Wait a second. I got it right here somewhere. Lipstick was Viva Cosmo. It was shade 433-77. Floral pink. Discontinued. The last shipment to the PC area was in July 1981. Wyndham's department store was the exclusive retail outlet.
Okay, hang on a second. Viva Cosmetics, floral, pink. What was that shade number again?
The shade number was 433-77.
Right. Thanks, mate.
Okay.
Miss Sergeant, listen, I've got some information on the Susan Bourbon lipstick case. I'm going to check this one out myself.
General Hospital will continue in a moment.